Hello all, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to government scheme session. So today we are going live. So that is why before starting, if you could please tell me if everything is audible and visible so that we can start with the session. And I'm waiting for your comments. Yeah, so everything seems fine. So let's start with the session without any further delay. So see, today we are going to cover National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. So it is an important scheme because it talks about how government is supporting apprenticeship. That is nothing but you can say a kind of internship or trainings that are provided, however it includes both. That is done so that skills can be improved in as an employee. Okay, so whatever important points that are related to this we are going to cover today. So let's start with the session. Okay, so see, first of all we have to understand one thing about NAPSC. We have one Apprenticeship Act that is of 1961. Okay, so what happened in this usually it was on the same perspective that there should be proper internship that should be provided or apprenticeship that should be provided. Okay, so why is it done? So that the employee they have or the youth they have proper skill. Okay, so but then after there was some changes that were recently in 2014. I just want you to make aware that there exists an act regarding this, but we don't have to study this act in all. We have to study about the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. Okay, so why is it important? See, it is kind of you can say beneficial for both the institute that is providing and also the youth that is taking internship under that. Okay, why is it so, and why would any institute want to be a part of it? See, basically what happens, for example, there's some growing organization and they need some employees or maybe interns so that they can get some help. Okay, so of course they now these the laborers or in this term we can say them laborers, right? So the laborers or the internship or the apprentices, what they would do, they need to improve their skills, so they would want to join an organization to get on job practice, right? So what will happen, the organization will get the labor at cheaper rate. Why cheaper rate? Because they are still under process of learning the things they want to learn in the organization, right? So that is why the institute they get good labor you can say, or at economical cost, and these the internship or the apprentices they get to learn the new skills. So this is the basic idea of this, so that both are benefited. Because the basic concept is, why would an organization want to have some unskilled laborers? So that is why government came in between. It said to the organization, you be a part of this scheme, we will support you with the with these training of the laborers, and and to the youth the government said that okay, we are planning to improve your skills, so be a part of it and we will help you with the stipend. What is stipend? It is the wage that you get in return of the training that you do, because in training you would be doing work, however it not be as perfect because you are just new to it, but still you would be doing, right? So you will need you will be given some money. So that is why the basic idea is revolves around this concept only. Okay, so let's start with the session. And Joy, hello. So launch year of this scheme, it is 2016. So the scheme was launched in 2016 and it falls under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And in fact in the NABARD the last year NABARD, the question came that in which year this particular ministry was established. So see, you should be quite aware of that, because this was recently it was established in 2014. So this is some additional information. So this scheme will come under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, but at regional level or at on ground level there is other agencies that would be looking for it. So overall it is under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, but at the state level or actually implementing it, regional directorates of apprenticeship training will take care of it. Okay, and there is one more, which is a state apprenticeship advisor. So now what are these? See, for example, there are some central PSUs that must be there in some areas, right? So for them, whatever be the implementation that will be done by regional directorate of apprenticeship training, and for the state associated industries in their state apprenticeship advisors will come forward. Okay, so this was about the basic idea. Now coming to the aim. So the aim is to promote apprenticeship training and to increase the engagement of apprenticeship. First of all, to promote this culture of apprenticeship, because this really helps a lot. Bookish knowledge at college level, or maybe some ITI dropouts are there, so for them, if they don't have that practical knowledge, until unless they don't have that knowledge, they may have to struggle in getting jobs, right? So that is why, first of all, to promote this culture and then to increase the engagement of apprenticeship, so then we have to increase the engagement of it, because that is going to help, again, it will serve two purpose. First of all, to have skillful youth, so that they can have good job opportunities later on, and of course the industry, they would also have more employees. As a trainee, we don't say them employees, but yes, they would also have more people, the laborers, to have work at a much economical rate. Okay, now eligibility criteria for this. So see, there are three main that we have to look at. Now first of all, employer, if first we are in eligibility criteria, we are just looking for employer, from employer perspective. Okay, so employer validation through TIN, TAN and EFFO, EFSI, LINC, these ASIC, these all are what? These are all your implementing agencies. These are your autonomous organization, and whichever employee who have a validation, means they are registered under them, they can be part of this particular scheme. What does it mean? We are saying that industry, they would hire these apprentice under the scheme, but not any industry can do so. Only those valid industry, because see, then only government can be able to have a proper check on that, right? For example, if there is some private industry, what are they doing with their employee, what are they doing with the labor, the government would not have any idea, right? So that is why only if you are validated under these organization, under these bodies, then only you can be eligible to be as an employer under the scheme. Okay, we have MSME also, we have for other identified, we can also say MSME, right? All these would be included. This one is for both. Aadhaar linked bank account should be both of the employer and also the employee, because here when we are talking about apprenticeship, so some stipend will be given, some wage in exchange of the work they have done, that will be provided to them, right? So for that there should be Aadhaar linked bank account. And this one, third point, is just only for the apprentices. First point was for the employer, second is for both, and third one is just for the apprentices. Okay, so we have an age criteria, so that is 14 years to 21 years. So minimum of 14 years and maximum of 21 years they can apply. And here graduates, non-graduates, okay, all ITI dropouts, all can be part of these apprenticeship. And see, there is one similar scheme which name is National Apprenticeship Training Program. Okay, so there is one training program. Now that training program, where you don't find this P but T, that is specifically for the engineers. So we have the apprenticeship program that we have for engineers. It is a complete separate scheme, that is your National Apprenticeship Training Program. But this NAPS is for everyone except the engineers. Okay, so I hope there's one difference that is quite clear to you all. And now coming to the components, so how government is going to give their contribution towards the scheme. So share 25% of the prescribed stipend. So see, as we have discussed, stipend will be given. So the stipend will be given by the employer, whatever company that we are talking about, right? So government is saying that along with the cheaper labor that you will get, or the cheaper worker you will get, along with it we will also help you with the share of the stipend that you will provide to them. So the government have said that we will provide 25% of whatever stipend it is there. Okay, and it can be maximum up to 1,500 per month per apprentice. What does it mean? It means that either 25%, for example 25% is somewhere around 800 rupees if the person is getting. Okay, so the government will provide with 800, but employer is very generous, they are providing with good stipend. So in such case the government, they will only provide till 1500. So this is the two cap. Okay, either 25% of the total stipend or maximum up to 1500. If that 25% exceeds more than 1500, government will not be providing it. Okay, next is share of cost of basic training with basic training provider up to 7,500 for 3 months per hour. Okay, what does it mean? And see, I'll answer all your queries at the end of the session. Currently we are in continuation. I hope you will wait till the end. Okay, now one help, you can look at that the first help, it is provided actually to the apprentice. Okay, because they will get the money. And second also, because in basic training there will be some some you can say expenditure that will be there of the employer. So for that also government will be helping. So in two cases, first of all, the stipend that will be given to the apprentice, for that also government is also making contribution, that is of maximum 25%, and we have a ceiling of 1500 per month. And the share of cost of basic training, for because see, for basic training also some labor, some you can say training will be required, your machines will be utilized, you must be having some trainers to train them, and for that they will also charge some money. So for that also government is saying that up to 7500 we will provide for 3 months, okay, initial 3 months, because that is approximate training period that is there, right? And or 500 hours, whichever is suitable, whichever is feasible for or is profitable for the government as well. Okay, so these two are the important components. Next we have key features. So see, NAPS, although it was launched in 2016, but it has replaced one scheme. So before that we had a scheme named Apprenticeship Protsahan Yojana, which was on similar line but not exactly the same, because if it had been exactly the same we would have said that okay, NAPS is just the new name of the previous scheme, but it was not like that. It had its own key features. Okay, it was quite different, but yes, on the similar lines, that is to provide apprenticeship to the youth. Okay, so NAPS has replaced this, and courses only that are approved by state government and central government that are included under NAPS, such as we have in Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. See, these both are also that are skill development, that is your Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana. Okay, so both are Kaushal means what? Kaushal means skill. So basically what does it mean? It means that not any industry or not any youth who wants to learn any skill are part of that, although however the dimensions, the horizons are quite vast, and that is why we are not covering all the dimensions of the courses that are included in this. But we have to understand that only the ones which are approved by state government or center government, only those skills or the industries that provide those skills or they utilize those skills, only those are being included under the NAPS system. Okay, NAPS is now a part of direct beneficiary transfer scheme. Why is it now a part of? Because see what happens, initially it used to happen that we have said that we have learned that minimum maximum 1500 is being provided by the central government, or the 25%, whichever is more. Okay, so whichever is less. So here we know this will be provided. Now initially what used to happen, government used to say industries that okay, you pay all the stipend that the apprentice have, we will provide you with 1500 later on. Okay, so it was like the employee was first paying everything and then he was waiting for the government share, then government used to give it before afterwards. Now what the government has done, this change was made in somewhere around last 2 years only. So under this, now what the government has said that employee will only pay his part and rest part which the government has to pay. So government is now a part of direct beneficiary transfer. Government will directly send it to their Aadhaar linked bank account that we have already studied as the eligibility. Okay, next we have, now this we are saying that direct beneficiary transfer will be done. So how this will be done? So this will be done through National Skill Development Corporation. This organization will be responsible of transferring the stipend, the deserved stipend to all the apprentices. Okay, so I hope this is all clear, and this was the basic this scheme was all about. And recently on 31st Jan 2023, this is a whole data on the update of how many youth have been trained under that. So we'll look at this part because this is what the scheme that we did today. So under National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, 21.4 lakh apprentices engaged by industries as on 31st December. So by now we have helped, the government has helped 21.4 lakh apprentices to learn new skills and hence to get a job. Okay, so this was the scheme all about, and now there is a homework for you all regarding this scheme. I hope you all get it right. And in the last one, the scheme that we covered, Agnipath, there are a lot of most of you were confused and gave mixed answer, and that is why I'm discussing this right now. I hope after this your doubts will be cleared. See, first of all we have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, so first of all, age limit for the scheme is 17.5 to 23 years. That is wrong, because we have studied that only for the one time this age limit to 23 years was there? Because see, the initially before this scheme was launched, the usual जो भर्ती का method होता था, जो rally method होता था, in that the age limit was till 23, and suddenly government came and they said, okay, we are launching this new scheme and now it will be till only 21 years. So imagine for the student or for the aspirant who was who is 23 or 22 years old, and they were preparing their heart off to be the part of the defense services, right? So that is why only for one time the government came that, okay, who were preparing till now, who would have been eligible if there was no this scheme existed, till only for the one time this waiver was given. Rest it is what, till 21 years. That is why this statement is wrong. Now an income tax exempted Seva Nidhi package, okay, we have understood that, okay, Seva Nidhi package will be given. Now some of you were confused ki 17.71 lakh likha tha, however we have studied 11.7 lakh. See, it is same thing only. Usually what happens, only up to one digit it is expected, because this one is, however, this one is, you know, we have understood this one, even if you add it, exclude it, it does not it would not have any value, right? So that is why while teaching it was 1.7 lakh. So some of you get confused कि यार ये इसमें 1 है, तो is it a wrong statement? Okay, but that is a genuine doubt. It is somewhere my fault, that I would have explained at that time also that it is actually in 11.71, but this is 11.7 written. So apologies on my end for the ones who got confused in this one, but this is a correct statement and it is exempted from tax, that we have also studied. So this is a right statement. Now third, which confused most of you, it was non-contributory life insurance cover of rupees 48 lakh. I think till here you all are clear, but where you get confused, to be provided during the engagement period. Now what does it mean? Now I looked at the comments and there was one of you, I'm sorry, I cannot recall the name right now, but one of you aspirant, you gave the right answer or logic, you gave the right logic that yes, this 48 lakh will not be given for the engagement period but for only in the case of death. That was actually the correct logic, but we need to understand, see, first of all, what is engagement period? Engagement period means your service period. So this particular statement means that only for those 4 years this life insurance cover is there for you. What does it basically means? If you look at the civilian world, if you look at the general world, whenever you have a life insurance, so that policy is till certain age, till 60 years, till 55, whatever plan that you are buying from whichever company. So they have that till this year you will have coverage, that anything happened during this time period, you will be covered under this. But this 48 lakh life insurance cover, non-contributory means in Seva Nidhi Agniveer will also have to contribute, but government will pay the equal amount. But in case of this life insurance, Agniveer do not have to contribute anything. It is a non-contributory from the Agniveer end, while the government will pay itself 48 lakh. Now this will be provided only provided during the engagement period. Means if in these 4 years something happened to the Agniveer, then in that case we have this life insurance cover. This can be tricky, but this is the exact statement from the official notification, and that is why it can be confusing. But yes, in examination this is the level that you can expect, because this is the word to word line that has been that we have extracted from the official guideline. Okay, so but I hope now this thing is clear. Why is it a right statement? So it is a right statement. Why is it a right statement? Because this scheme, however, on death only you will get this particular amount, but this is provided during the engagement period. During only the 4-year service you will get that. After that you will be retired, you will not be eligible for this life insurance cover. Okay, I hope now this is clear. Now second is up to 25% of batch of Agniveers will be enrolled in regular cadre of armed forces. So that is also correct. So only one is the right answer. So these all were the one who gave the right answer. Okay, so Ranjan said the right answer with the explanation, and Rashmi said the right answer, Sumitra said the right answer, Rahul said the right answer. However, in this one he was confused. Again, see, this is something I can say it's my fault, but I hope this is now it is clear. And Nilesh also said the right answer to this. Okay, and other from that we have Gopal saying the right answer. We have Noise saying the right answer. Nikhil saying the right answer. Krishna, we have Sumitra, yes, and Divya saying the right answer, and Rashmi. Okay, so Rashmi said the right answer. And see, to this question, that if you are taken, see, support team will be in a better place to to answer you. What you can do, you can mail us, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutab.co.in. you can look at on the screen here. You'll mail, and I assure you you'll get your doubts clear, okay? Or so this you can do, or you can even call in this number also if you want quick response. In any way you'll get a quick response. And so Namrata has asked me to make the previous scheme, so I hope this is what I'm saying, you just give feedback, I'll make a scheme on that, okay? So that is all in this video. If you have any doubt, any query, I'll answer them. If you're watching it after the live, you can comment it down, I'll answer that. So Joy is asking, ma'am, is it important for phase 1 also, or only for phase 2? No, schemes are important from both phase 1 and phase 2 point of view, if you are preparing for central regulatory bodies. Because see, I don't know for which examination you are preparing for, right? But if you're preparing for NABARD, if you're preparing for RBI, so yes, these schemes are very important, even from phase 1 point of view and from phase 2 point of view also. EduTab provide hard copy? No secrets, we do not provide hard copies as of now, okay? So it's just soft copies, but you can make them print out and use them. So that is all in this. You can always suggest, so I've got a really good suggestions in my mail also of the list of schemes that I'm doing. And yes, one more, Gobardhan, I have been asked by 2 of the aspirants to make a scheme on, so next will be on that. And again, if you want me to cover any other schemes, suggestions are always welcome. So thank you, all the very best for examination, prepare hard, may this will be the last year with your struggles. Thank you.